beer brewing isn't the only beverage industry experiencing explosive growth. Move over, Starbucks. Craft coffee is exploding. On the Business Courier front page centerpiece, local roasters spill the beans. In the 1990s, Coffee Emporium in Hyde Park was one of only 4 craft coffee roasters in Cincinnati. It is now one of the largest roasters in Cincinnati, including a second location in Over the Rhine, and expects $5 million in revenue this year.
We want to make sure our coffee is fresh, just like craft beer or craft bread, craft wine, anything like that. You want to make sure your coffee is fresh, it's made properly, it's made with a lot of time and effort and care, it's served well.
Deeper Roots Coffee started in 2006 to source coffee beans directly from farmers rather than large distributors, a practice that distinguishes craft coffee from its macro competitors.
Knowing where things come from holistically, understanding, is it organic, is it not, if not, why, how does that affect me as a person, and coffee has just sort of been a benefit of all of the investment in the food industry over the last 2 decades, I guess.
Cincinnati is now home to 16 roasters and coffee has become big business. A study from the National Coffee Association shows that in 2017, nearly half of all coffee was consumed outside the home, and that 59% was craft coffee. Tony Tausch, owner of the Coffee Emporium, is with Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio with more on the craft coffee craze. Tony and Kelly.
Thanks, Peg. Tony, thanks for getting here.
My pleasure.
Because it's not like you were sitting back in your,
in my ivory tower
office.
Exactly.
Counting up the receipts from the day.
Right.
You were working the counter.
I was working.
You were late getting here because you were working the counter.
I was working today, and that is one thing too. A lot of people assume that owning a coffee house is this elegant thing where they can sit and read the newspaper or the Business Courier while they are waiting for customers to come in, but that's not the case at all. A lot of times we're always, both my wife and I are always moving. We were at our downtown store until 10:30 last night, cleaning and putting tables away and things like that. When you called me yesterday, I was actually working the floor at the OTR store. We have, we've got lots of great employees, but they do have sometimes a tendency to call in sick a few minutes before their shift starts. So it makes it a little difficult for everybody, but that's okay. We work with it, and with the remodeling of both of our locations, we're a little bit busier than we have ever been. So
when we talk about spilling the beans on the craft coffee craze, this is not an easy business for people to get into and to stick with.
It's not an easy business. It's a fun business. I wouldn't, there's some days that I would not sell our business for $10 million, and there's other days I would sell the business for $2, and I would loan you the $2 to buy it. But no, it can be hard, but. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I love working with my wife, and she and I. This is our full-time occupation, and when we're always working, but we're always trying to make the situation at the stores a little bit better. A little bit, we're trying to make connections with the people in the neighborhoods and stuff like that. And when we opened in Over the Rhine, people thought we were crazy. 16 years ago,
yeah, I remember.
They had no idea. They could not figure out why we'd ever want to open up a store in war-torn Over the Rhine. But we saw it as a neighborhood, and from there we just kind of business has gotten a little bit better every day.
And you've done it, and it sounds like you're going to continue to do it with all the renovations you've made and the improvements. So, Tony, thanks for coming here. I know you have to get back to work.
I have to go roast coffee now.
Thanks for stopping in, and
my pleasure.
Peg, back to you.
All right, thanks, Tony and Kelly. So lucky to have a lot of good coffee in this town.